Welcome to Everything Changes 23. This is Delbert. Yes, it's still cold out and it's still snowy out. So I've got to go do some more shoveling and maybe even some snow blowing if I'm lucky. So what I've got going on here today is I'm going to go and do some shoveling. However, I was noticing that the battery says red. So what does that red mean on the side here? It says, high low temp. So it didn't charge last night because it's too cold in here. So I gotta get this thing out of here. Hang on just a second. Set this here. Get this here. 2 hands. There we go. Okay. It still has 3 bars out of 4, so it should be good just to use a little bit. All right. Oh, look at all that snow. Yes, doesn't that look good? Looks super, super good. I'm going to stay close. I do have my mic on. However, I'm not sure if it's actually working. Let me get this going here real quick. It's plugged in. There we go. I got that plugged in. I think it stands up on its own. No, doesn't stand up on its own, so I'll do that. Hold it up against here. I'm going to check this mic, see if it's actually working. So I'm not sure. It's flashing green, but I don't see on my screen where I can check it, see if it's working. So I'm going to assume that it is. There's the mic. It's flashing green, but I don't see any mic thing on there, so I don't know what if it's actually working or not. So I'm going to assume it's not, and that the DJI is just picking itself up. So I'm going to put it back on and see if I can at least have it on and hope it works. So with that being said, gotta get it over here. I'll put it on the zipper. There we go. Shouldn't fall off. And get my gloves on. And yes, we had much more snow. We had at least, well, the airport said we had more than I think, but here, because of the blowing, it's really hard to tell how much snow we actually had. The airport, which is approximately 10 miles away to the west, almost directly west of me, says they had a total of 8.2 inches throughout this whole duration of this snow event. I don't know if that's true or not here. Let me get me a measuring tape. I have some of those. Wood measure tape. It has inches on one side and inches on the other. Okay, so here's my Lowe's measuring tape. I'm gonna walk out here a little ways and see if we can't find a spot that seems to be untouched by human hands. I did hear last night that says we got an additional 3 inches here, so that's via the concrete. Now that doesn't mean there's no blowing, because we got it here and that shows 4.5 inches. So there's that. All right. I'm going to set this in the grass where I haven't laid anything down. I'm going to go over here and lay it right there. Okay. So the official temp at my location will be, oh, it's falling down. Let's go to a different location where the sun's not. Oh, I'm just messing it up. There we go. 5.5 inches roughly. Okay, 5.5 inches. That's what I measure. So there's 5.5 inches of nice, beautiful snow. Beautiful snow. Beautiful snow. Okay. So, all right. Put this up. So again, in my location, it's going to be 5.5 inches. We'll just round it up to 6. What the heck? Let's go with 6 inches. We had 6 inches here at my location. So, and that was about 3 yesterday, 2.5 yesterday, 2.5 to 3 inches yesterday, and another 3 inches overnight. So, still got the bare minimum they said we were going to get. They said anywhere from 6 to 8 inches. So there's that. Okay, I'll make sure you're set up here and see if I can use the little. All right, there we go. Set up the car over here. All right, so I'm gonna, like I said, I was gonna try and stay close, but I'm gonna assume that the mic is not connected to the camera for now, and when I walk away you won't be able to hear me. So all right, with that said, hang tight, I'll be right back. I'm gonna try this snow blower out. You can hear it. It's kind of loud. Okay, folks. I used it on the sidewalk. It works pretty good. It's a little bit, got to put some pressure on it to put it down and get it to the sidewalk, but once you get it there, it seems to do all right. It shows I now have, I can push the button, no battery. I pushed the button, I think. I got 2 bars left. I'm gonna go ahead and try and charge this battery and go on to shoveling the driveway. All right, I shall be back later. All right, guys, well, I am done, and I do mean done. Let me show you what I did today. Yep, it was exactly 3 inches on measurement. However, there were some drifts of 4.5 inches from the wind, but I know doesn't seem like much, but when you're pushing that much snow, did the sidewalk as well, so that the delivery drivers can, and I know some of them walk through the snow anyway, but at least I did my part, making sure they get up here as safe as I can make it for them to get to my porch. So, all right. Wow, you can see it is chilly out here. I'm sweating underneath my hat. coat because I'm in layers. But it is nice out here. Let's see. I didn't get a notification saying we got any mail because I don't see any mail tracks. Oh, look here. We did get some mail. It's all junk mail, but we got some mail anyway. That's kind of a surprise. As you can see, the roads are just snow-packed here. I mean, there's nothing but boot. I mean, I'm not stepping through stuff. I don't know how thick that is, but it's probably ½ inch thick, maybe. And we'll be back out. We'll just back out in the street. Be good to go. Oh, lost some of my mail because my hands are cold. I can't feel them. Who needs hands anyway, right? Who needs hands anyway? All right, well, it's a beautiful day. Sun's trying to peek out in places. You can see it over there. Barely, but it's trying. It was such a, God, it's more of a fluffy snow. It's not a packing snow. It's not great for anything but being in the way and melting and causing havoc on the road. So that's about what it's good for. But otherwise, you know, great. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me in this adventure this weekend. It's been fun. It's been real. It's almost been really fun to be out here. I mean, I did get to use the skill. I'll call it a 14-inch snowblower, battery operated. It does pretty decent. This stuff had some crusties, so it's hard to get to the crusties. Excuse me. Hard to get to the crusties, but once you get to the crusties, you can get it down pretty good. This is what I did down there. Most of that is shoveling, I'll be honest. That is mostly shoveling. So, all right. With that said, this is going to be the shortest video of them all because not really much to report. Everything's still kind of closed. Most things are still closed. However, it'll be back up. I don't know. My grandson's school's closed. Go figure. They don't want to drive in this stuff. Make the kids get out in this cold weather. Dude, this is nothing. I grew up in this weather, so when you grow up in northern Ohio, you get used to this stuff and it never leaves you. So, all right, guys, with that said, this is Delbert. Everything Changes 23. Please like, share, subscribe. Do what you're going to do with me. Enjoy it. Please watch all the way through. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.